Hey guys, welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. So we're up to stage 100 now. This is the Doom Tower on hard mode. This is the final time we're going to see the Scarab boss, and in my opinion the hardest boss out there, depending on what kind of champions you got, but I definitely struggled with this one the most. This was the biggest struggle. I'm going to go back and look at the original one we fought, which was back at level 50, so it's quite a bit ago. We actually used Sans/Survivor, I think that was to increase shield and stuff like that. I just kind of played about with this team, didn't put too much effort into it, and managed to win. I've got one of my cold hearts. I'll quickly show you guys. One of my cold hearts is in destroy gear, which is the reason he's yes, I've got destroy gear on this cold heart here. Not amazing stats, but I managed to get the 70 crit damage, crit rate and 215 crit damage, 3.6k attack. It could definitely get better. I need to farm more destroy gear. It's not something I've really farmed a lot of, obviously, and sold a lot of gear in the past because it wasn't any good. So yeah, here is the most recent reiteration, and I had to change it up a lot. Like I say, this was quite a difficult encounter actually, and I really had to kind of fine tune my team to get this one right. I mean, I know there's a lot of guys that seem to have. See, I did mine in 11 minutes. It's quite a long video this, I'm going to skip quite a lot of it. But you're still guys doing it in like 2 minutes, 2 minutes 11. But compared to most of the bosses and most of the encounters, this is a lot longer. You know, most guys are blasting these things out in like 10, 20 seconds and stuff. 2 minutes is the best time in the world, and now that's insane for this fight, to be honest. But as you can see, a lot of the teams are kind of using the similar things. His cold heart must just be crazy strong. It's the only way I can figure it. This guy incidentally is really good for this fight. He can't remember his name. He's like a lizard skinwalker guy, and he oh no, lizard man, sorry. And he constantly throws up a shield every couple of turns. It's on a 2-turn cooldown, so that's how you keep up the shield. So for this fight, you need to keep up that shield, otherwise the Scarab just attacks back at everyone. And then it's pretty simple: keep his turn meter down and keep shields up, and basically just whittle him away until you kill him. So let's quickly go back. I'll show you how I did it. So I've just skipped to the boss fight. It's fairly easy to get there. We're using the High Katoon, who's really good. Speed leads, got speed increase and decreased speed on the A1. So luckily I landed it there. That's really important in this fight. If you can land that decreased speed early, it's going to make the fight a lot easier. Allure's got a really good turn meter decrease, up to 75% on our A1, and I've manualed this, so I'm just constantly using the same ability. So between Allure, Armiger is an uncommon, guys, insane Armiger. If you ever get the chance, watch some of Cold Brew's videos on Armiger. I think he was the first guy to really put out content about him, but Armiger is the best uncommon in the game. You know, I'm using him over legendaries in a lot of content these days, so he's insanely good. He's got a super strong A1 which has a turn meter decrease on it, and it's constant, and he's even got an enemy max HP A2, which I don't use in this fight. I could potentially, but the way I don't have the best team for this encounter, so I just had to kind of really narrow it down and make sure I hit those abilities. I'd only just leveled up my Allure as well, I literally leveled up Allure for this encounter completely. So as you can see, I missed the decreased turn meter right there, and that was on the cold heart, but luckily I've come around, I've hit the A1 with Armiger, and then I've hit the triple luckily with Allure there, so that's decreased it by 75% and way back down here. So that has kind of saved my bacon there, but you can see where this fight can go pretty wrong pretty quick. If you get a couple of weak hits with Allure and you don't get the decreased turn meter, and then for some reason your Cold Heart's A3 doesn't decrease the turn meter, then you've got a serious problem. But yeah, I'm just going to skip. This is quite a long video, but you get the idea. It's basically just keeping that turn meter down. And another thing that's quite useful to made it a little bit quicker for me was Allure's A2 actually puts the small version of decreased defense down, which really helped. Otherwise this would have taken about 15-20 minutes, I think. But yeah, and also I'm using my shield is Valkyrie. Now I know everyone doesn't have Valkyrie, but to be honest, that uncommon lizard guy, he's probably better than Valkyrie for this, because you don't have to worry about speed, because he always puts up that 2-turn. Well, you do have to worry about speed, he has to go first, but you know, I have to have, I think I've got Valkyrie at maybe 270 speed or something like that, and that is the only way this really worked. You need her pretty damn fast and a wee bit faster than all your team, just to make sure she's always putting that that shield up first, and then at least every other champion has a shield when they attack, and then he doesn't get counter attack. So I'm just going to skip through this. This is pretty much what it goes like. He never actually takes a turn in this whole fight. He's just constantly getting his turn meter decreased all the way down. And basically what you're looking for, if you don't know much about this boss, there's this little shield at the very top here, this purple bar. As you can see, it starts really high. Every time that Cold Heart lands one of these, let's see if I can get Hearth Seeker, see how much it goes down. So it's really that Hearth Seeker that's taking the shield down. Once the shield's down, then his health will go down much faster. As you can see, the enemy max HP is here, and look how much more damage he's taken. And eventually, it just took ages and ages, and we whittled him away. Definitely the hardest boss encounter, most definitely. I'm going to fine tune this team quite a bit over the coming months, and hopefully have something that can do this in maybe 4 or 5 minutes. But realistically, I think you're going to need absolute god gear to get this down to the 2-3 minute mark to compete with all these other crazy folk. I just tried the Armiger A2 there, didn't really do that much damage, just for a laugh. And boom, there we go, we have it. That was very satisfying, not gonna lie, because that one took a couple of days just to kind of build my team around. I didn't actually have Allure or Armiger built up, or High Katoon really for that matter, so this was the only encounter I really had to build up some champs. But these were 3 champs that I was always going to build up anyway, so and they were all sitting at level 50, you know, fully ascended up to level 50 anyway, so it wasn't a ton of work. But Armiger's super important. In fact, everyone here is super important. The only thing you could easily replace Valkyrie with that lizard guy. He's like a rare. I can't remember his name now. Should really look that up. But that means you're not even using a legendary in this encounter. So although it's the hardest one, you don't need the most skill-intensive champions for it, which is pretty cool. So anyway, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe to the channel. And yeah, stay tuned for the next one. Have a great day, guys. Peace.